Hey everybody, this is James with the Soundboard team. I am here this evening with Marge Sommers, who is close to Chicago, but not quite in Chicago. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Sure.
So Marge, will you tell us a little bit about your Juice Plus story and your decision to take on the business aspect of that?
Well, I was introduced to Juice Plus about 10 years ago, and I got on board right away. It made perfect sense to me. And I put my neediest child at that time on the children's study, and I've been taking it ever since then. 4 years ago, I lost my job, and that was when I said yes to the business, knowing that I needed a plan B, and corporate America was not going to take care of me.
Mm-hmm. And so over those 4 years, how have you connected with new people to grow that customer base?
Well, I do a lot of face-to-face, and I still do a lot of face-to-face. That for me is the best way to go, but I build relationships mostly through Facebook.
Okay.
You know, I talk to people and take it offline and just build relationships.
So when you are building those relationships, do you feel like that you are kind of working through your existing friend network, or are you actively going after new kind of cold market connections?
I'm working with my friends, and I'm also doing the cold markets. I'm in some mom groups,
Okay.
some mom Facebook groups, and I'll reach out to people that are having problems with their, help with nutrition with their kids, or, just kind of people that have been sick, and I'll reach out to them and build a relationship.
So when you're starting those conversations, do you start with the product, or do you start with just talking about their health story?
I pretty much talk about their health story.
Yeah.
And ask them questions.
And just listen.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great way to go, because if you lead with the product, it's not a good tactic. It's a turn off to people. Also, what's your experience with Soundboard and social media been like? It sounds like you certainly know your way around Facebook and know how to prospect there. How has Soundboard content helped you with that?
I love I've downloaded the app to my phone, and I can go right on there and cut and paste and put it into my Facebook. And I know you know what I'm talking about. I don't know the technical terms, but I get it on Facebook, and it looks like it came from me, and you guys make me look good. I have a Twitter account, and I've been doing that from the beginning when Soundboard was first introduced. And I have I have several followers, and I need to get better at interacting with those people on Twitter.
Well, as far as the Facebook growth goes, do you feel like you've picked up new business because of social media?
I haven't picked up new business yet, but I'm definitely got some new relationships that I'm still building.
Okay. Well, and you're hitting the nail on the head with something that so many people talk about with social, because sometimes it's hard to track the end result, because the conversation often starts on social media platforms, but it gets taken offline to phone calls or emails, or a place where you can actually converse at length. So have you had that experience where a conversation has started on Facebook and you've been able to connect with that person a little bit deeper through an email or a phone call or even a visit?
Yes, it starts with an instant message, and then eventually I'm able to get their phone number, email information, their address, and share information with them.
So what would you say to the person who says, okay, I'm new to the business, or I've been in the business for a while, but I haven't really considered taking on social media, but I've been trying it for a few weeks and nobody's asked to buy anything, so I think I'm going to stop worrying about social media. What do you say to that person?
Social media is huge. You have to stay there. It's a huge, huge market. And just about everybody is on social media. Not quite everybody, but it's such a huge market. I don't even know what the numbers are, but I know it's big. You have to stay out there.
Yeah. And be consistent, right?
Right. And be consistent and just talk to people and, build those relationships.
Well, as far as some of the other platforms go, have you been able to attend any of our trainings that we offer? to get you up to speed on some of those other platforms?
I attended a couple early on. They're in that to-do pile.
Understood. Marge, it's encouraging to hear you talk about, your experience. Do you have any people that are customers or in your team even that are outside your geographic area that you've connected with on social that you wouldn't have connected with otherwise?
No, to be honest, not yet. I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the power of social, though. It's
Yeah.
kind of make the world a little bit flatter of a place so that we can more easily connect.
Yeah. Well, actually, there is a family in Arizona that I connected with.
Through one of those Facebook groups?
Well, I knew them. They're friends. I went to high school with the husband, and I connected with the wife, and we've connected through Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's great, and that's an encouragement. I was speaking to somebody else last week about this, and they said they started a conversation with another mom who was looking for some healthy living advice in one of these groups like you're talking about 3 years ago. And the person is just now ready to take on the product. It's taken that long. So another, encouragement and thought to keep it going, be consistent, and don't just say, well, I've posted a few times and no one asked me to buy anything, so I guess I'll stop.
Yeah, no, you got to stay at it. Be persistent. You never know how long it's going to take.
That's true. Well, and you've said yourself, you're still actively working some conversations and relationships right now that haven't produced yet, but hopefully will. That's
Right.
Well, Marge, I appreciate your perspective, and I know that folks will like hearing your story and be encouraged by your consistency and your persistence because it does pay off. So thanks for your time tonight.
It does. Okay, thanks.
Sure.